After the attack on the Enforcement Directorate team in Bengal's Sandeshkhali, a team of the National Investigation Agency has also been attacked in Bengal's East Midnapore district during a raid on Saturday morning. 2 officers of the anti-terror agency have been injured in the attack that happened in the Bhupati Nagar area. According to sources, the NIA had summoned 2 residents, Balai Mathi as well as Manobrata Jana, in connection with the blast that ripped apart a house in Bhupati Nagar in 2022 that killed 3 people. As these 2 individuals did not appear for questioning, the NIA officials picked them up to take them in for questioning on Saturday. A video showed several men and women blocking a police vehicle and shouting at the police, asking them to go back. The women were seen sitting on the street in front of the security personnel with bamboo sticks in their hands. The car in which the officials were travelling were also vandalized after 2 Trinamool Congress members were picked up for the questioning. An FIR has now been registered in this regard. The NIA has issued a press release in this regard and has mentioned that a huge crowd attacked the NIA team and damaged their vehicle when they entered the Midnapore area to question the 2 people who were involved in the Bhupati Nagar blast case. In fact, it also mentions that the 2 were arrested after extensive searches that were conducted by the probe agency. The NIA also said that both the accused actively participated in a conspiracy to make crude bombs. The probe agency further released one of the officers also saying in its official statement that one of the officers has suffered a minor injury. A complaint has now been registered in this regard in the police station. Meanwhile, the TMC has been claiming that the local administration had not been alerted about the same, and that's the reason why the incident took place.
লোকাল পুলিশকে জানিয়ে যাওয়া তো মধ্যরাতে যদি গ্রামের লোক দেখে হঠাৎ করে কিছু লোক আসছে পুলিশের ড্রেস পরে তারা কি করে বুঝবে আর ইলেকশনের আগে কেন অ্যারেস্ট করে যদি সবাইকে অ্যারেস্ট করে বিজেপি কি মনে করে সব বুথ এজেন্টকে অ্যারেস্ট করবে সব ভোট ম্যানেজারদের অ্যারেস্ট করবে পরে ভোটে জিতবে শূন্য গুলি ছুটছে
2 জন তৃণমূল কর্মীকে অ্যারেস্ট করেছে আজকে
বলছি কি অধিকার আছে না শুধু বিজেপিকে সাপোর্ট দেওয়ার জন্য বিজেপি নোংরামি কেন দেখছে আমরা সারা পৃথিবীতে আওয়াজ
देखिए ये भूपति नगर का जो इंसिडेंट है ये अनफॉर्चुनेट इंसिडेंट है, लेकिन इसके पीछे एक शतरंज का खेल है जिसका खिलाड़ी है भारतीय जनता पार्टी। उसका संगठन नहीं है, वो सीबीआई ईडी एनआईए इसको भेज रहे हैं। अब देखिए ये तो सामने आ गया है कि एनआईए के ऑफिसर के पास भाजपा का जो लीडर्स है वो गए थे और पूर्व मेदिनीपुर से लेकर कई जगह कर तृणमूल कांग्रेस का जो लीडरशिप है, बूथ वर्कर्स है, उसका लिस्ट दे दिया गया। उनको उठाइए, उनका सामन कीजिए।
I want to remind you, on 5th of January at Sandeshkhali, in the early morning, without intimating the local police administration, being accompanied by the media people, they went to Sandeshkhali, they created a chaos and they faced the spontaneous opposition raised by the local people. Similarly, almost in the midnight, without informing the local police administration, without having their own permission, being associated with the media people, they went to Midnapore and they created a chaos, and the local people, they were absolutely in confusion who they were. There might be some stranger also at that late hours of night.
देखिए, पश्चिम बंगाल में कानून व्यवस्था बोल के कुछ चीज है ही नहीं। ममता बनर्जी एक दल उग्रवादी और संतरासवादी के ऊपर राज्य का भविष्य छोड़ दिया। जो लोग इन्वेस्टिगेशन टीम के ऊपर हमला कर सकते हैं, वो लोग जनता को क्या कर रहे हैं? जनता कैसे जी रहा है पश्चिम बंगाल में, ये सबको मालूम है। तो इसीलिए इस संतरासवादी राज जो ममता बनर्जी कायम किया, हम इसका निंदा करते हैं और साथ साथ जो लोग अपराधी है उन लोगों को हिरासत में लेके कठोर से कठोर दंड दिया जाए। जिन लोगों का निर्देश पे घटना हुआ उसी लोगों को भी छोड़ना नहीं चाहिए।
Meanwhile, it's not just the BJP, but the Congress party also questioned the TMC government, saying if the attack took place on the central agency officials with the help of those in the administration, then it is condemnable.
देखिए, बंगाल में कभी सीबीआई, कभी ईडी, कभी एनआई पर अगर यहाँ के गुंडे लोग सरकार की मदद से हमलावर हो तो इनको हम घोर निंदा करते हैं। एनआई, ईडी, सीबीआई सही करे या गलत करे अलग बात है। तर्क नहीं दे सकते कि जो हमला हो रहे हैं सही हो रहे हैं, क्योंकि हमारा देश में कोर्ट है, न्यायपालिका है, न्यायाधीश है। इनका खिलाफ अगर कोई शिकायत रहे तो कोर्ट में जाना चाहिए, और तो और।
So who is wrong? The TMC says that the anger against the NIA officials is because they are working as an extended arm of the BJP. They are using it as a political vendetta tool, and that's the reason why there is so much anger against the central agency officials. The BJP questioning the lawlessness in West Bengal, saying the central agency officials themselves seem to be attacked, and this is not the first time it has happened. We saw it previously with the Enforcement Directorate officials, now with the NIA officials as well. Let's open this up. Shatrupa, spokesperson of the BJP, joining us, and Dr. Riju Dutta, spokesperson of the TMC, joining us on the broadcast. Thank you for joining us. Dr. Riju Dutta, I want to begin with you. Is it justified when the central agency officials are out there to do their duty? They are attacked by the local residents, stones are pelted on their vehicles, injuries being sustained by one of the officials?
Is it justified when BJP cadres dressed as central agency officers or BJP cadres under the garb of central agencies attacked poor villagers in the middle of the night without any intimation? Did they intimate the local administration? Did they intimate the local police? In a distant village, if 2-3 cars go in the middle of the night to arrest some locals, what happened was a spontaneous reaction, and it is that is what will happen everywhere in the country.
Spontaneous action, that action is taken against local residents, then they start attacking the officials. Does it happen in other parts of the country? I just want to ask you about the reaction of the West Bengal Chief Minister. As the Chief Minister of the state, the reaction, not condemning the incident, not asking for a probe into the same. She says that why did the raid take place at midnight? Why are these arrests taking place before the polls? And that's the reason. So she seemed to be justifying the attack that took place on the officials.
No, it is not about justification. You have to. Is it something new that the Chief Minister I am saying on your channel? Is it not a fact that 90% of the cases of ED, CBI, IT are against the opposition? It is not. Is it not a fact that the central agencies are used as BJP cadres to target the opposition? The guy who got picked up today by NIA, this Monobroto Jana, is our booth president. So you are basically, when there is MCC code in Bengal, you are coming and picking up TMC leaders just before the elections because BJP has no grassroots relevance in Bengal. And if you go at midnight to a distant village without informing the administration, without informing the local police for your protection, then these kind of spontaneous reactions will happen.
Okay, you're saying he's a booth agent, but does that shield them? The NIA has said that they are actively participating in a conspiracy to make crude bombs. If that is the allegation against them, should they be shielded just because they are a TMC or a political party's poll booth agent? Ms. Shatrupa, respond to that. The TMC is saying that he's he's a member of the TMC. Some of the questions that have been raised by the TMC. One, the political affiliations are the reason why action is being taken against them. Second, questioning the timing of it, saying the polls are nearing and that's when these arrests are taking place. Third, saying central agencies are no longer independent. They are an extended arm of the BJP, and that's why there was anger and retaliation from the local residents.
You know, I am absolutely surprised at the blatant way Riju reacts, and I actually don't blame him because that is the way even the Chief Minister, she was I think about to take off somewhere. She was at the helicopter field where press asked her, and she's shouting the replies that exactly what Riju said. Why was NIA there? Why were they there at midnight? So naturally there will be a reaction. Now here I am just going to state a few facts. Number one, these three people in fact, they were summoned several times. nobody came. They didn't bother to respond. In fact, High Court has raised several times. High Court has given orders which Trinamool and their goons, their party people refuse to even accept. They don't even pay heed to High Court. So now when ED wanted, sorry, this is NIA. When ED was waiting and waiting, now these 3 people didn't come. ED actually should have asked Riju and his chief minister that when can your people be kind enough to come, and then they should have gone to arrest him. I mean, this is really very wrong. And then the chief minister goes around saying on a public forum, mind you, she hasn't said this in my ears, she goes on public forum saying that BJP has managed the High Court. She was anyway dead against all possible central agencies, be it Election Commission, be it NIA, be it ED, CBI, whoever. According to Trinamool, BJP is basically running the whole show. And till few days back, I was hearing that we have absolutely, we are so strong in Sandeshkhali that Trinamool had absolutely no foothold there. Now suddenly again they've changed their narrative, saying that BJP has
Riju Dutta, first it happened in Sandeshkhali, second it's happening here in Midnapore as well. 2 different places, 2 different agencies, and these are officials who are on ground doing their duty who are being attacked. Can they not even expect, an extension from the police officials, security being provided to them? When the chief minister comes out and says nothing is wrong in this attack and starts questioning the NIA officials instead of those who attack them, doesn't it put central officials across West Bengal at risk?
Two-part answer. First, why was the NIA formed? The NIA was formed to control terrorism and terror activities. Now, BJP, who's acting holier than thou, they have a terror accused in the Malegaon bomb case, Pradya Sagvi, as their MP. But NIA will come to a local firecracker explosion where 3 people have died. Point number 1. Point number 2, yes, it is the duty of the state police to give protection to central agency teams who are investigating something, whatever, whether it is corruption, whether it is an explosion. But for that, the local administration, the local police are not astrologers. The NIA needs to, that is what I said.
So you're saying that the NIA has not informed them. Satrupa, Riju Dutta saying that this was a firecracker blast and the NIA is only using this
categorically.
Yes.
I'm absolutely in awe of the figment of imagination that Riju keeps on cooking up on and off. But I would like to leave that alone. Regarding the comment on the police, here we have the chief minister saying that nobody was informed, like Riju was saying, but we have the SP saying that yes, we were informed. It's just that we couldn't come out in time. NIA came slightly early. Now, all this nonsense is going to keep on happening in West Bengal. So we have escalated this to the Election Commission today. And I was part of the committee which went to the Election Commission. And we have very specifically asked the removal of the OC of that place, of Bhupati Nagar. We have asked for the removal of SDP or Contai, which is the larger area. We have asked for removal of the SP of the whole district of Purva Mendipur district, ADG Law and Order, and DG and IG of West Bengal. Again, you will hear Trinamool crying foul, because Trinamool is actually basically sensing what is happening. They know they're losing their ground, so they're going to bring up these ridiculous narratives about central agencies being bought by us and controlled by us. And you have the Honorable Chief Minister of West Bengal using abusive language.
Mr. Riju Dutta, you'll also agree, I'm sure, that the elections are approaching. Why the arrest now? These questions don't make sense, because would the agency stop probing just because elections are nearing?
These elections should have, these questioning and the arrest should have actually happened much earlier. They were waiting 3 times. They were called.
Who's the question to, Pratibha?
Yes, Riju Dutta, go on. Because, the TMC has said, and it's not just the BJP. It's not just the BJP that's questioning it. You have Congress leader Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary as well coming out and saying, if you have so many questions on the central agencies, why don't you go to the court? And if there is a tacit support from the administration for this attack on the central agencies, then it's unacceptable.
Can't hear Riju.
Riju Dutta, we can't hear you. You muted yourself.
As well.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't hear you.
Okay, all right. We're facing technical difficulties. I'm not able to hear Riju Dutta. But the argument that is being made, Shatrupa, time and again, is that the reason why the central agencies are questioned so many times, and this is what I've come back to again, because the opposition leaders have been saying that the central agencies are no longer independent bodies, and that's the reason why there's so much anger against them, because there are cases where it seems like they're only targeting the opposition leaders, no action being taken on the BJP leaders, and that's the reason why it seems like political vendetta, and that is the reason for the anger. The violence, no doubt, is unacceptable. It should not be accepted. But there is a feeling, several of the opposition leaders saying that it's only the opposition that comes under the attack of the central agencies, not the BJP leaders.
Pratibha, we at BJP are not actually responsible for the feelings or emotions that the so-called India Alliance keeps on fermenting from time to time, because actually they don't have any other agenda. There's absolutely no other common thread. The only common thread that they have is what you just said, that BJP is targeting all of them, and why the ED and CBI keep coming to their house. Now, beyond me, the Honorable Home Minister has said in Parliament that whoever joins us doesn't mean that they have a clean track record. The law will take its own course. The inquiry will happen.
But
now,
the truth is that this escalation has happened. The central agencies versus the West Bengal government. This is the second time we are saying it. First with the ED officials, second with the NIA officials. In both cases, instead of action being taken against those who are accused in the case, the West Bengal Chief Minister has instead questioned the central agency officials. We'll have to leave it at that. Shatrupa, thank you for joining us. Thanking Dr. Riju Dutta as well for joining us with his perspective. Slipping into a short break here. We'll be right back. Stay with us.